Hello everyone, thanks for joining us for a new episode of Am I the Asshole? If you like hearing Reddit stories, it would really support the channel if you could give us a thumbs up or subscribe. Let's dive into our first story. Am I the asshole for telling my sister that's too late for apologies? My sister and her 2 kids moved in with us after she was facing homeless after being evicted from her place. She has become very clingy with me. I have to repeatedly tell her my wife and I are not watching you kids. We gave you a place to stay. We have to constantly remind her to clean up after her and her children and not let her kids destroy things. She's been envious if my wife and I go out and has made comments like that must be nice if my wife buys new clothes or something designer. She has been repeatedly talked to about this and told to stop. Last night, my wife and I went on a date night to go out and see a live show and get sushi. My sister is waiting up of us close to 1 a.m. and yells at us how we didn't bring her the kids something. How it is so mean that we flaunt our lifestyle while her kids are struggling, and the least we could do is bring her and her kids home something. It's 1 a.m. Her kids aren't even awake. My sister said she deserves a little treat time to time and more say around the home. My wife flips on her and tells my sister she needs to move out ASAP. She doesn't want her toxic ass in her home anymore, and if she's not out in 30 days, she will be getting the courts and child services involved to remove them from the home. And my wife told my sister how she's a mentally unstable, unfit mother. My sister acted like I would protect her, and she called my wife a bitch and saying I wouldn't let that happen. I told my sister my wife can do as she wants and it's her home too. My sister is the one who made herself unwelcome. My sister didn't apologize, but made us breakfast this morning, and my wife threw the plate of food away and told my sister 29 days. My wife left to go speak to one of her cousins who is a lawyer this morning. My sister acted all innocent in front of her kids, who could tell their aunt's attitude was off. My sister tried apologizing to me after my wife left, and I told her it's probably too late for that, because my wife is getting the official paperwork now. Not the asshole. Your sister's actions have created a toxic environment in your home, and it's valid that your wife wants her gone. Your wife has every right to set boundaries and feel safe and respected in her own home. Your sister's behavior has been consistently ungrateful, disrespectful, and manipulative. I wouldn't be surprised if the sister actually thought that she would get away with calling the wife a bitch and thought this is it. They get divorced, and now he can edit, stupid autocorrect, take care of US. Where does your sister get her absurd sense of entitlement? Almost sounds like you two came from different sets of parents. It would enhance the narrative if you included the ages of all involved. Even so, you are not the asshole. Not the asshole. Your sister had more than 30 days to figure out her living situation. She needed to start looking for housing the day after she and her children showed up on your doorstep. She's jealous of your home life and a little too comfortable living with you and your wife. She pushed your wife's buttons one too many times, and now she's getting an eviction notice. I have to repeatedly tell her my wife and I are not watching you kids. We gave you a place to stay. We have to constantly remind her to clean up after her and her children and not let her kids destroy things. She's been envious if my wife and I go out, and has made comments like, that must be nice if my wife buys new clothes or something designer. She has been repeatedly talked to about this and told to stop. Your sister needs to get her act together. Sympathy only goes so far when someone isn't doing anything about solving their problems. She wants a brother baby daddy. She thinks she's equal to your wife? Or above your wife, apparently. Are you willing to take care of your sister like a wife for the rest of your life? No? Then help your wife evict them. Not the asshole, but you will be if you let them stay. Am I the asshole for telling ex-fiancé she can F off for asking me for decor tips? My 42 female and my ex 47 male divorced 1 year ago. Shortly thereafter, his girlfriend, aka affair partner, moved into the home we previously shared. I told him to keep whatever, because I went to live abroad and basically just wanted out. I wasn't even mad at him for cheating. It was a dead marriage, and his affair being exposed became the catalyst for our divorce. So we got divorced and she moved in. We hadn't talked after, because there was nothing left to discuss post-divorce. Then a week ago, I get a message from her. It was really upbeat and, "Oh, I like the style of the house so much. Where did you get this fixture and this pieces of furniture?" I sat with it for a day and finally decided to message her that since she had it all figured out, she could figure it out. She asked what I meant, and I told her she obviously had everything my ex could ever want, and I was the one he didn't want, so she shouldn't try to imitate me. He clearly had a taste for something different. She messaged me back saying she way trying to pay me a compliment. Then my ex texted me saying we were amicable before, and he didn't understand why I was causing an issue now. Has right that we were both over our marriage, but I felt like her trying to take over where I left off aesthetically was too much. My friends and family are divided. Am I the asshole? Sounds like she's trying to make friends, which is pretty messed up, Tiba. I would go ahead and block her. And if your cheating ex doesn't have any reason to be able to contact you, like shared assets or children, I would go ahead and block him too. Just because you're not mad or weren't mad that he cheated doesn't mean he didn't do something awful, and it doesn't mean he's a good person to have in your life. Much like his side chick, not the asshole. Maybe the new wife is trying to make friends because there is trouble in paradise, and the decor questions were just a way to open the conversation. Cheat with me, cheat on me type stuff. Regardless, OP doesn't owe her anything. That is just plain weird. Why would your husband's affair partner even think you would want to talk to her? She contacted you over nonsense. She deserved whatever you chose to tell her. Not the asshole. I think I would have answered her with absurd answers, such as the lamp was from the side chick boutique, the sofa was from the furniture whorehouse, and the rug was from the secret affair store, so no wonder you like it. She wants something, but it's not decorating advice. I suspect she thought complimenting you would give her an opening to ask about whatever she really wanted to know pursue. Not the asshole. Well, that's another episode of Am I the Asshole in the books. I really appreciate all of you who made it this far into the video. Of course, if you enjoyed this video, it would really help the channel out a lot if you gave the video a thumbs up, subscribe, or leave a comment down below. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.